is now time to weigh in, and to be honest, the 87 mark is what I have applied for, but it is gonna be a bit risky because trust me, I am right on that mark, so it might be a little bit over or a bit under. But my tactic for the past day has now been to not eat for 20 hours pretty much. I did have some water yesterday, but this morning literally nothing. I only went to the toilet to even drop the weight slightly more, and then that is what I'm going for. First off, I'm undressing all my clothes. The only thing I'm keeping is my Gornation hot pants. Now that I stepped on the scale, it showed more than what I thought I was, and trust me, I had actually tested my weight at home before I went here and I was under the 87 mark, so this was a bit weird. But then I tried again and the scale still showed that I was over, but it was varying, so I thought it was the floor, so I tried to move it a bit here, and finally I got a scale that was actually under the 87 mark. Thankfully the judge approved it, but a bit weird that the scale was so inconsistent in my opinion, but happy that I was approved. Tjena. Är det bra? Det är bra. Härligt.
Jag hade också sådär med vikt.
Det var så? Now I'm gonna decide all the starting weights for all my lifts tomorrow. Starting with the muscle up, I have done 35 or 37.5 in the past, but to save it, I'm gonna start with 30, get some adrenaline, dopamine, some confidence, and then we can bump up the number since we have 3 attempts. The second one is weighted chin-ups. Here I have done 100 kg in training, but I'm gonna save it with 90 kg to get that valid repetition. The third exercise is gonna be the weighted dips. Here I actually don't know what my max is, and I haven't done a max in a long time. So I'm gonna start it with 135, which is my previous record, and that was 1 year almost ago, so I know that I can take it and hopefully a bit more. And finally we have the squats, probably the most least impressive one, and I'm starting off with 115 kilograms. At the last competition was the Nationals, I think 2 years ago. I did 125 as a valid rep. I think I went for 130 but failed it. So 125 is my previous max. Only training I've done for it is 4 sessions now before competition just to get a feeling of it, but never been close to max. It's more like training on 80 kilograms, getting more repetitions and just getting used to the movement after all.
Good morning, it is game day, and first off, sorry for my hair. I am gonna share what I'm eating for breakfast. I'm having 2 sandwiches with ham, and we have 2 eggs on them as well. And then for competition, I'm also gonna show you what I bring, but mainly carbs in that sense. And the things I'm bringing to the competitions, first off, a few apples, quick carbs, good to have in between my rounds. I'm also having some literally sugar tablets. I don't know the English word for it, but also these ones I pop slightly before I go up for each lift. And then some electrolytes to have throughout the day just to refill. And then I'm also bringing some freshly pressed juice pretty much, and also just to drink carbs. And yeah, I think you see the common theme here. So a lot of carbs. I'm also bringing some smaller stuff. All of this with just really freaking high levels of carbs. And then after competition, I will start to gain back on protein, but now I just want to have energy and try to eat as little fat as possible during the day.
I just did my warm-up. I did a few rounds on the bar. First some just activations, blood flow, and then some actual attempts on the muscle up, since that's the first lift we're gonna do. So I started off with 15 kg, flew up. I did also 25, and then for my first attempt on the competition it's gonna be 30. That I haven't done yet, but I feel pretty comfortable. Only thing I'm a bit scared of is the form. They're really strict with you're not allowed to have any bounce here, and I'm used to doing that. I tried to work away that technique for the past weeks, but it's harsh. So we'll see how it goes, but I feel strong at least.
The judges are unsure if the rep is valid. They have a high-speed camera they can re-watch. In this case, they re-watched it to see if I had the proper form. And unfortunately, I didn't.
First one was a no rep, and the way I lost was that I thought I had maximum stretch, but there was a small, you know, like this at the bottom part, and that's why I got disqualified, or no rep. So I guess I just gotta try harder to be as full extended in the beginning and then just pull in one motion. But to be honest, they're super picky. They also have a slow motion camera, so you really can't cheat.
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here, ain't stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no.
We freaking got it. I was a bit scared I wasn't gonna get the 37.5. That was the final one. And after doing the 30, I felt strong, but I still felt like I don't know if I had the proper technique. And I was like, at the end of the day, I'm here for fun, so why not push it to a personal record? And if I fail, it's not the end of the world, but if I succeed, it's pretty freaking nice. And that's what happened. So super happy with the first lift, the muscle up to a great start. Now it's time for the chin-ups, which I'm probably most excited for. Pretty much the same excitement for the dips as well, but chin-ups, I definitely think we're gonna see some PRs.
Nu är det Simon Imhauser med 90 kilo!
Let's go!
Och det lyftet var godkänt! En applåd för Simon!
First repetition was a success. I went for the 90 kg, all focus on just being as stretched out as possible so I don't get disqualified here. And I got it. And therefore, now the plan is to go for 100. And that means I have 2 attempts on it if I were to fail the first one. But we hope for the 100 on the first attempt. Let's go.
Som ska köra 100 kilo! En applåd för honom!
Kom igen Simon! Kom igen! Gör det!
I actually got it. The 100 kg chin up. One hell of a sick sort of score. Just the 3 digits. Insane. And I've done it once in the training with sort of not proper form considering this competition, but close to it at least. So super happy to get it approved in competition. For sure, personal record with 20 kg since last competition. And yeah, just insane. But we're not gonna stop. You know, I don't know if this is my maximum, so we are gonna go for the 105 for my third and final attempt. Let's go.
105 kilo!
Kom igen! Så ja! Kom igen! Kom igen!
At this point I was unsure if I got enough height in my chin up, but actually it ended up being disqualified due to some kipping with my legs. Zach is for sure one of the strongest opponents, and he went for 105 kilograms, which is half a kilogram more than my valid rep at 100. And after the judges review it, his chin was actually in height with the bar, so he managed to get that record, and unfortunately that means that it was no Swedish record for me, but still happy with the personal one. Before we move on to the dips, I want to show you guys something insane. I know a lot of you guys love pull-ups, muscle-ups, dips, you name it. And therefore Gornation just launched mounted dip bars, mounted pull-up bar in different sizes, and even a wooden box suitable for both dips and also of course pull-ups and muscle-ups. So all of this are going to be available when this video is launched. I know it says coming soon now, but it will be available, so I will leave the link down below if this is suitable for any of you guys. Now let's get back to the dips.
före. Kom igen.
My first attempt on the 150 may have been disqualified, and it was due to a small downward motion. But trust me, I was hungry for this number. The judges were still a bit unsure, but this time it was enough.
Freaking crazy. To be honest, this is always when you succeed your rep, if you're training at home or in the gym, when you get up you feel, like you accomplished it, but here since they always rewatch it, it's like you really don't know if you succeeded even though you actually did a rep. But we freaking made it. Second attempt, 150. I'm surprised, to be honest, that I made it for the second attempt. First one I had more energy, second one was, pure mentality. But insane. This for sure a record of mine, Swedish record I think as well, at least for my weight category. And really happy that we made it, despite the technique and depth changes that I'm not usually training with. Let's go, now it's time for squats. Probably the most unexciting part, but we see how I perform.
I was super happy with my 130 kg, but just for reference, some of the other athletes were pushing around 200 kg. That is 70 kg difference and makes a huge difference when it comes to points.
And that was the final attempt on these squats. Probably the most unknown one for me. The other ones I of course always train, so I have an estimate of how much power I have, but this one is a pure gamble. My previous record in competition was 2 years ago at the Nationals, and I think it was 120 or 125, doesn't really matter too much, but today I got 130, which is for sure a record, and super happy with it, considering I've only trained now for, let's say, 1 month roughly. The squat technique and the max load I put was roughly 100 kg, so I'm really satisfied, and to sum it up, I got records in literally every lift, and that at the end of the day is the true accomplishment.
Jonathan Malmlöv. Bra. Och så på andra plats, en stor applåd för Simon Johansson! Som går till Zack Wiberg! Riktigt jobbat till det. Jonathan, du hade en total på 312 poäng. Stor applåd tycker jag. Simon, du fick en total på 417,5 poäng. Och Zack, du fick en totalpoäng på 433 poäng.
And the final result, I got the second place. I am super happy, to be honest. I didn't even expect, to be honest, to make it to the podium. I didn't know which people were competing and sort of the level, but knowing that my squat was so underneath literally everyone else, I didn't have any expectations, but this was pretty insane. And like I said, the first 3 lifts I did, massive numbers, and I'm so happy to have performed them. So definitely comment down below if you think I should focus more on street lifting or if I'm still a freestyle athlete. Make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss more videos just like this one. See you next one. Ciao, ciao!